It is spring, and love is in the air. Or at least it should be.
Bruh.
Guess you didn't get any sleep last night. I look like death, and I feel like death. Once again, my neighbors were up arguing all night, and it's not like a little argument, it's like, did someone die? I have never heard a couple yelling like that besides on Mari. I really want to ask what is going on over there, but it is Mr. and Mrs. Tanaka. Hence why I would like to mind my business, stay in my lane. The thing that scares me the most is, though, I can only hear her. He don't be yelling back, nothing. She just be having a one-sided screaming match. I'm about to go get me a triple shot of espresso. I was doing some spring cleaning yesterday, and I found a Starbucks gift card that I got for my birthday, and I haven't been to Starbucks in so freaking long, I forgot it was even there, and it is literally going to expire this week. So, don't want it to go to waste, and perfect timing because I'm exhausted. We need some free coffee. The beginning of spring in Japan just hits different. As the cherry blossoms start to make their appearance, so does the entire neighborhood dressed to the nines. In Japan, early April is the start of the school year, and if you've seen any anime, you've probably heard of the entrance ceremony. It's a big deal. The families get all dressed up super formally, the school decorates, the principal, teachers, and sometimes the students give speeches. In America, we go back to school in the fall, but I definitely prefer the Japanese way. After 9 years, I've adopted the spring reset mindset. Spring. The kids are going back to school. It's like a huge time for like new beginnings. It's just fresh starts everywhere. So this is usually when I check in with all of my goals that I set in January. This is like not the halfway mark, but the halfway to the halfway mark. I do like a huge overview in June, but also in April. Tell me why, out of nowhere, I had this huge epiphany. It is April 3rd, 2025, and I just came up with the best idea ever. I had to like come on here and document this. Out of nowhere, the other day, I asked myself, do you have any regrets? Goal-wise, one regret I have is not chasing this extremely crazy dream that I have. I want to own my own city. It's more like an advanced large-scale family compound with our own doctor, pharmacy, there'll be shops, a school, and even a movie theater. We'll grow our own food and live off the land. And it will be called Sunday City. It's so crazy. In fact, I had like no plan on actually pursuing it. It's nothing that I'm actually actively working towards or researching or doing anything about, but I am still kind of sad. Like, dang, I don't think you're gonna get a city. And then I was like, is there anything I could do to like work towards this goal? And then I thought about it. Actually, low-key, you're kind of on the right path. Wait, I already have a company called The Sunday Weekend where I'm gathering homes from all around the world. Why not make that the starting point of the Sunday City? So yeah, now I have this really crazy idea to change and rebrand my entire company. I'm about to hop on the official government website and change my LLC. It's a little annoying because I've already trademarked, copywritten everything under the Sunday weekend, but guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna redo all of it and change it to the Sunday City. Every city was just one building at some point. Everything has a starting point. Rome wasn't built in a day. I'm excited. That is the goal that I'm gonna be working towards, I guess. Off to the cafe to go work on this crazy dream of mine. There's a huge chance that this city will probably never be built, but there's an even greater probability that I will be drowning in regret if I didn't at least try. If you have a dream, no matter how silly, big, small, maybe you want to learn a language, move to a new town, start a hedgehog babysitting service, whatever the dream may be, I encourage you to chase it. Most great things don't come easy, but nowadays there are so many resources out there that you can utilize that will make them a lot less difficult. For example, thanks to today's sponsor, the all-in-one platform Squarespace, I was able to easily bring this vision to life. I have a lot of things to change. When starting any kind of new project or business, the first thing you need to do is secure the name. We live in a time where original ideas are going extinct, so this can actually be a little difficult. Make sure the name isn't trademarked anywhere, and then you want to check to see if you can get an email address, social media account, and a website domain with that name. So currently my website, The Sunday Weekend, is hosted with Squarespace. I was able to register, purchase, and transfer a new domain to my existing website in a matter of minutes. You can do a variety of things like create a website, start a podcast, open up a store, and they have a lot of useful features to help you do so, like Squarespace AI that can help you write. They have tons of beautiful customizable templates you can use, and you can connect your social media accounts, which I was having a lot of trouble changing the name for. I definitely have my work cut out for me, but honestly, this is the fun part. Often people don't try because they're scared of failure, but that is the exact thing that they need to be embracing. With failure comes experiences and knowledge, or at least a really good story time. If there's anything that you want to create but you're kind of on the fence, you can sign up for a free trial, and when you're feeling more confident, go to squarespace.com/Sundaiklove. You can save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. And thank you again, Squarespace, for sponsoring today's video. I got just about everything. The domain name, I got the website, I got the Instagram account. The only thing that was not perfectly aligned was the email address, but it's fine. Going forward, my company, The Sunday Weekend, will now be The Sunday City. I feel so bad for anyone coming to Japan specifically to see the cherry blossoms, because these things are so sensitive. She's a sensitive bee, and this season is weird as flip. Your real issue is gonna be trying to have a day with no rain. They usually bloom late March to early April, and they look like this. They're almost white. Those super pink ones that you see, those are not the main cherry blossoms, and they bloom a little bit early. Right before these, this happens almost every year. They get in full bloom, they're beautiful, you can't wait to go outside and see them, but it's like raining for a week straight, and it literally just takes them all out. By the time you have a clear day to go see them, they're on the floor. They're on the ground. Rain is the cherry blossom's natural enemy. I have a couple of days with no rain, so yeah, we're just gonna go around and suss out the cherry blossom situation. Kamakura, thank goodness, is like one of the most beautiful places. I'm not saying that because I live here, but like actually, seriously. Kamakura is famous for its rich history, and this path lined with cherry blossoms leads up to the main shrine. Originally constructed in 1182 by a man named Minamoto, the founder of the Kamakura shogunate, he had this built as an offering to pray for the safe birth of his son, and it is still standing today. I know they replanted some of the cherry blossoms, obviously, because they deteriorated, I think around like 2016 or something, but this is a very historical path. I ran into some subscribers at the shrine. I love when you guys come and say hi to me. A lot of y'all be messaging me once I get home like, hey, I saw you, but I didn't want to bother you. Y'all, we a family over here. Please come say hi. A lot of y'all have reached out and I have helped so many of y'all with booking your trips and where to stay and getting hotels and where to go in Kamakura. I just feel like I need to make a whole travel Kamakura guide. Let me know if this is something you guys would be interested in. Other than the path leading to the main shrine, the temple Hasadera is also a very popular place to see the cherry blossoms, and also the Great Buddha. This is only 4 minutes from my house, and it is so beautiful. It's only $3 to get in though, so it's not super duper expensive. There's only like one that's right in front of it that has started. Very beautiful. So pretty. I know it's spring when Starbucks and McDonald's start coming out with themed items. That's my cue. Not the weather, not the flowers, it's these two establishments. McDonald's, of course, just came out with their Sakura pie. I think it's cherry mochi and anko, I'm not really sure. Unlike in America, their pies are not baked, they're fried. Not really a fan of the artificial strawberry or cherry, is it strawberry? Flavor, but the mochi and anko are on point as always. As a lot of you guys know, I like to grow my own food, and spring is a major gardening season. Finally, it is not just America that's acting crazy, the entire world needs to be put in the white room. The US is still the craziest though. I think now more than ever, you should really think about starting a vegetable garden. In one of my last videos, I planted some tomato and kale seeds. I grew them in the house under grow lights and a heat mat, and they are now seedlings that need to be planted into something bigger. Uh-oh, but a bit too many seeds. I think I'm gonna try and separate these. Well, hello. So today I'm going to show you how I plant all my tomato seedlings because those are a little special. You could use anything with some holes in the bottom. These cardboard ones make it super easy to replant. They just break down in the soil. These cheap reusable plastic ones are probably my favorite, but today I'm planting the tomato seedlings in some leftover plastic party cups. So first you need to poke some holes in the bottom of the cup for drainage. I just heat up a fork on the stove and start poking holes in the bottom. So the reason I like to plant my tomatoes in party cups is because they're super long. And unlike other crops, you can plant the entire tomato stem underground. As a matter of fact, I highly recommend that you do this. That way the plant will grow way more sturdy. So yeah, I'm just gonna plant the seedling in new soil all the way up to its first leaves. Now the entire stem is gonna grow roots and this is gonna develop into a much sturdier plant. And once the weather warms up a bit, I'm gonna plant them one more time outside into a larger container.
Tucci! Come inside!